Well, hello everyone. Hope you're doing well tonight. Doing pretty good. I'm always doing well on Thursday because no matter how bad it gets, I know that I can handle one more day in the work week. So I welcome you here tonight. This is Lisa Harden at the Stamping Zoo, coming to you live or possibly recorded from Boise, Idaho, which was very beautiful today. I must say, it's getting quite nice here this week. And I believe it's supposed to be something like 60 degrees here tomorrow. And I think it'll probably make it. So hello, everyone. I will wait just a moment for you to come on and say hello. And there is Roz. Hello, Roz and Pam. Oh, and hello to Tango and Cash. Yes, my little co-workers today. I stayed home today. So we got out and about for lunch. Went on a walk, and they got to go in the CAR with me to go get coffee. You know, it's the little things. When they get so excited, then it makes me smile. So it's perfect. Hello, ladies. Hello, Mary Ellen. Hope you're doing good. Doing well, I should say. Here comes Julie. Hello, Julie. Very nice to see you. Well, hi, Maria. Nice to see you. And Anne. Oh, they're all coming in now. Yay. So glad I opened the door, right? I was even on time. Thank you for sharing, Anne. I appreciate that so much. And Julie, you shared. And I'm sure Pam shared because she's super fast on it. And so anyway, thank you so much, everyone. And so is Mary Ellen, too. Your coworkers were home sick today? You mean your people? Or Lucy and Nala, Roz. I don't want anyone to be sick. Hello, Cindy. And hi, Norma. How everybody's just coming in. I love it. There's Kathy Sheely and Kathy Strang and Kathy Samford. Are you here, Kathy Samford? I haven't seen you yet. I wanted to send my condolences to poor Kathy Samford today. I believe the post was from today. She lost one of her fur kids, and we don't like that, do we? Your mini people are sick? Oh, Roz, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, gosh. Callie loves to ride in the car, too. Don't you love it, Pam? It makes them so happy, doesn't it? When you just mention it, they're like, I have, since COVID, they go with me often enough that now I don't ask them if they want to get in the car. I ask them if they're ready to get a coffee, and they lose their minds. Like, Tango doesn't need any coffee. Trust me. So anyway, they just know that that's the car. I'm not getting them Starbucks. Are you kidding? God, it's enough of a hit for a person. So not getting them addicted to that. Well, one thing that I am addicted to, here's a perfect segue. One thing I am addicted to, and that is Stampin' Up. I love Stampin' Up. It's such a nice bright spot in my life. Yes. So we're going to play tonight with the Simply Succulents and Potted Succulents bundle. Look at all these dies. First of all, there is this one awesome die, just a single die. And that can be a whole background, or we're going to do lots of little different things. And then this is the rest of the dies, and they're really cool. In fact, I can hardly fit them on this one sheet, but you can cut out this. You can cut out this and this. Oh, you can cut out everything, actually. I should just say that. Plus, you get an aloe plant. Look at that. Someone even used this for hands, like for monster hands or something, right around Halloween. So I know now you're just going to see hands, right? There's also this little succulent die. You know, succulents they kind of look otherworldly sometimes. They're so interesting. And then these great label dies. Now I haven't gotten back to using Simply Succulents since I tried it the first time. We will talk about that. Grinch hands, thank you. But what I've been using them for almost every month is in my Charmed kit it seems like one of these die cuts just ends up being perfect for whatever set I'm using. We haven't even used this bundle in the Charmed kit, but I find myself using these labels. So they're stitched, and I have a bunch of them cut out. I had some time to prep today after work. Yay. So I have some die cuts, and I did a few things in advance so that hopefully we can make several cards, because once you get going with this particular stamp set, it's very easy to just think of different things to do. So anyway, we're gonna have fun with it. Right, Jill? Jill, it's okay. Julie and I PM about you all the time, and it's so funny. Oh, I'm just thinking of something funny she told me the other day, in fact. I'm so glad to have you here. You two are trouble, but in a good way. Yes. Leslie, you say lots of succulents in your home and garden, but you're not a fan of the succulent stamps. Well, just hold your horses, Leslie. Let's see if the next hour changes anything. But I bet for you, they're probably not annuals. But you know what? For me, most of them only are for here for the summer, and then it's too cold. So it makes them more special. We pay a lot of money for them, and they're a one-season thing. They're show and go. So anyway, it's very, I'm sure that you have some that are huge, and I know that when I was in, I want to say I was in Mexico, but I wasn't in Mexico. I was in the Bahamas, close, right? And they had some huge agave plants. I had no idea how large they got. And they were like around a schmancy resort. And anyway, I didn't even know what they were at first, but I was like, look at those things. So anyway, lots of different succulents. We're going to see what we can do with these supplies. I absolutely love them. Oh, yeah, I bet they are raws. They're probably like, well, I don't know. I'll think about some of my perennials here in a minute, but we don't need to talk about all my perennials, I guess. So let's see. I want to show you first a project I've been working on. It seems like for a month, because I just get started on it and then I work on something else. But I finished a personal project of my own. Some of you will probably see this card in 10 or 11 months time, but I really liked the Royal Peacock. And so even though it's retired, I held on to it, and it also has some really beautiful dies, right? The peacock shape, the peacock detailed die, the feather, it's the best. And anyway, so I made 25 of these cards, and I really like them. Of course, with pretty peacock. And I had loved this ribbon. So these are things that I set aside for me, right? When they were still current, always intending to make these cards. And so I've made them, and I'm so happy. Yay! So anyway, you can't buy the supplies for this. You can buy this embossing folder, and you can buy these colors. And I made these by using my blends, and then a sheet of clear rhinestones. Okay, and then I just took my dark blend and colored the whole sheet because I love Pretty Peacock. It's gorgeous. And anyway, so I had a lot of fun with it, and I really just wanted to show and tell with you because you guys are my crafting buddies. So anyway, it was super fun. I know, the peacock paper. In fact, I started to get a little antsy this morning because I realized that the peacock paper's time is going to be coming to an end in a few months. But wait, let's not talk about it right now. Just know that you need to enjoy everything Pretty Peacock right now. Okay? So anyway, I had a lot of fun with it, and the next time I am running a special where I am selling or exchanging retired stamps, this bundle will be there. So if you would like it, keep that in mind, okay? I have used it plenty of times, and it's still looks great, but it'll be ready to go to a new home. And hello, Lacey. Very nice to see you. Oh, bonjour, Martine. Ça va? Ça va, and très bien, merci. I mean, not merci, you didn't ask me, but très bien aujourd'hui. Good Lord. All right, let's see here. I would like to show you something. Now, sometimes I print these out, and then I decided, okay, let's see if this works on my screen. It may end up being too full of glare, and if it does, then I'll print it out again next week. But for right now, oh yeah, see? Anyway, this is the advertisement, marketing, whatever you want to call it, for this month's Charmed card kit. We will be using the beautiful Sand and Sea products. Let's see here. I bet I can do this. So anyway, we're going to be using Sand and Sea. And so this is the really cool stamp set. Look at that. It's huge. First of all, it's probably 17 or 18 stamps. And we will also be using the Sand and Sea Coordinating Designer Series paper. These are just some examples. But with my Charmed card kit, there are a couple of different ways to enjoy it, okay? You can buy the kit full of supplies to make 8 cards with envelopes, 4 different designs, and lots of free product and coordinating product and a thank you card made by me. And the last thing that's in it that I always think is kind of fun is a little thank you from me that is a charm. So it's a silver laser engraved charm that always has some sort of inspirational or fun or seasonal quote on it. So anyway, if you would like to join us for that, you can buy the full card kit for $35. That includes all of the supplies I just was talking about. If you would just like to have the written, emailed color tutorial and join the Facebook group where I have all of the video tutorials, that's only $15. And you can join that regardless of where you live. And it's a very fun option, if I do say so myself. So you can play with all of your own supplies. And you can also add the bundle. And if you do that, I give you a little freebie. It just depends on the month. So anyway, if you would like to sign up for this or want to read some question and answers about it, I think it's pretty completely talked about over on my website, thestampingzoo.com. And then just look for a tab at the top that says Charmed Kits. Yeah, we're going to get quite a bit of glare here, but that's all right. I only have a couple other things to show you. So anyway, the sign up for the Charmed card kits, the deadline is the 10th. Okay. And so please keep that in mind. And some items are becoming limited or low inventory items. There aren't too many that are not orderable right now, but if you'll just keep your eye on that, if you want certain things, I'm not saying that they're not going to come back in stock. We just play that by ear, right? As Stampin' Up! Tells us. But the one thing that I just checked the inventory on this, it is just fine. And this is the bundle we're talking about. Okay, so the entire bundle, all of this is $54.75 US. I'll try and hold this a little closer. And they've got just tons of cool ideas here. And just shows you all the different, like I said, everything has a die that coordinates with it. And that doesn't always happen. And it's kind of fun, right? And I think you can mix and match these sentiments, definitely the sentiments, with anything else. And you can even take this really cool pot die and transform that and add that to, I think, any floral stamp set. Yeah. So anyway, that's where it is, page 39 of this mini catalog. Okay. We love it. Now, I have been carrying this ratty mini catalog around. The pages are falling out. And finally, I was like, okay, it just dawned on me this afternoon. You know, you've got about 40 of those. If you want to get yourself a fresh one, that's the... that's one of the luxuries of being a demonstrator, right? Is I can have a fresh catalog. So there, I'm not showing you my ratty one anymore, but I can't help it. I love them, and I use them for inspiration, and I know you all do too. Okay, so let's get out the first card. First of all, though, I have a little bowl of die cuts that will save us some time. And I've tried to die cut things that you don't need to watch me die cut repetitively, right? So after I made the peacock cards, and this often happens, I had 2 card fronts and a card base left. And so I decided I wanted that one. And this is our Succulents embossed on Pretty Peacock. And the embossing powder is called Black Shimmer. And I am sorry to say, it is shimmery black. I'm sorry, shimmer black. This is retired. However, no biggie. First of all, if you bought it, I'm sure you still have some because these last for years. But secondly, if you don't have the shimmer black, just use black. That's okay too. So anyway, you can probably see there's fine iridescent glitter embedded into this embossing powder. And I've already set this. This was one thing that I thought would save us some time, is if I emboss these and set them. So I think it's really pretty. I'm not going to do a lot to it because I think we're going to use this card front. So again, this is just really simple card front, Pretty Peacock in standard US sizing. This is 3 3/4 by 5, okay, in Old Olive. And I embossed it, I think it's called Mini Blossoms. Somebody, Roz, or someone tell me if you know what this is called. I want to show this too. In particular, I want to show this to Anne. Anne, we were talking about embossing folders and running them through the Gemini Junior versus running them through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This is what the Gemini Junior tends to do to them. But it doesn't ruin them because I just used it like 25 or 26 times. I just wanted you to know this is what it does. It warps them a little bit because the Gemini Junior has a lot more, it's an electric die cutter. It has much more pressure, or quite a bit more pressure, than the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I just wanted you to know that's what they look like. And, you know, so they're still usable. They're still fine. So I just wanted you to know that before you ordered any, okay? And of course, if you want to look at them, Anne has the pleasure of living really close to me, or displeasure, I don't know. But anyway, she lives really close to me. So, we can get together and craft sometimes, and I can show her the products. So, all right, Anne. Hopefully that gives you a little bit better an idea. Thanks, Julie. Ornate flowers, maybe. Yeah, that sounds like that. It's very possible. But anyway, I used it because we had a coordinated embossing folder for the peacocks, but I'm pretty sure I gave it away. So that's always kind of in my mind. But we can use the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine right now and cut this out. This is going to be the focal point. This stamp is going to be the focal point of a lot of our cards tonight because I was kind of focusing a little bit more on different techniques with the embossing, and we're even going to color, and I'm not going to use stamping blends. Can you believe it? We're going to use watercolor pencils. What? Shock and awe. Okay, so I am going to run this through. Since this is pretty detailed and I need it to stay where it's supposed to stay, I'm going to give this a little bit of purple tape. You know you can substitute washi or Post-it notes. Okay, Okay, so we just want to outline this. And this is going to go through our mini, well, I shouldn't say this. I haven't done this yet, but I'm sure it's going to go through just fine. The thing is, this plate needs to go into the machine first. It makes the transition for the die cut much easier. So again, when you're stacking your number 2 plates, which are the clear plates with the number 2 up in the corner there, when you're stacking them, make sure that your top number 2 plate sticks out a little bit in front. It's like the bumper of your car, okay? It's going to stick out in front of the rest of the sandwich. And as it does that, the whole sandwich just pulls so much cleaner into the machine. So let's see what we've got now. And this is just pretty much, it's as simple as embossing can be, right? I just embossed it in a single color, and it was kind of hard to tell when this embossing powder was set because the lines were kind of thin. So that's why I went ahead and did it ahead of time, because especially now it got dark, and I think it would be even harder because I was using the sunlight to help me. So there's always a way, right? Okay, so that's really pretty. Now, this can go in this pot, right? I don't even think, we're not going to do that tonight. We're just going to use it as a cool type of an arrangement, and we're going to anchor this with a sentiment. Now, look, that's it. And it's so cool. It's so cool already. I'm in love with it. Okay, so now I just need to pick a sentiment. And I die cut, like I said, I die cut several of these pieces, right? So take a look at these. Aren't these beautiful? There's one more shape. Where is it? It's super cool. Look at that. It's like a strip sentiment. Here, let's see. I'll get rid of that one. Okay, so these are the 4 different shapes. Hello, Natasha. Totally fine. I know you were doing something for kids, weren't you? Okay, so there's our 4 different shapes. And now you can see why I've been using them for all other sentiments, because they're perfect. And they can go either direction, of course. You can put this one that way and layer them if you want. That's really pretty, right? So just play with them. I knew it. Making lunches. Well, somebody has to make the lunch. I usually don't make a lunch, and then in the morning I'm running around like, what am I going to take for lunch? So, good for you. Okay. So let's see. I think I just wanted, oh, white is pretty stark, isn't it? But we're going to go ahead with it anyway. And look at these sentiments. Aren't they cool? Kind people are my kind of people. I absolutely love that. You've been on my mind. Thanks. And you make the ordinary extraordinary. Aww. Now, one of these cards I'm going to make for my mom, because I'm going to meet up with her this weekend, because we don't see each other all the time because of dumb COVID. And so I will use that sentiment for her. You make the ordinary extraordinary. She does. Okay, where'd all my white labels go? Here we go. Okay. So I could maybe use that, except I'm not wild about that color. What is another color? Let's see here. Trying to think of, I guess I could bring in Old Olive, but I'd kind of like a 3rd cardstock color. Or maybe I should ink blend something on this white one. And then I was thinking that I could emboss the sentiment as well. So which one fits on this? Kind people are my kind of people. So let's do that one. That's cool. And then, see? Oh, look. It's like Stampin' Up! Made it to go with each other. Yes. Color with my blending brushes. You got it. Okay, what color do I want? Do I want a blend of Old Olive and Pretty Peacock kind of coming together? I think that might be fun. It's kind of little. Like normally if you were going to, or if I were going to blend, I would blend on a white piece of paper and then cut it out. But I already have this cut out, so we're going to do it. All right. And Old Olive. I hope all of you are having a good night and have had a good week, or, you know, okay. Leslie said she hoped I was well. Leslie, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know, I was wishing a couple of days ago that I can win the lottery, and I'm still wishing that. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not obsessed by it, and I'm still going to work. So I guess it's not the only thing I'm thinking about. But don't get me wrong. If I win it, I am so out of there. I'm not even giving notice. And we're just going to stamp all day, and I'm going to fly and meet all of you. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, I'm going to fly to all of you where you are and meet you. I know, Natasha. I wish it too. Just sometimes, you know, stuff happens and then you're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to win the lottery and I'm going to leave this place. That's a fleeting thought. Ooh, that's kind of dark. Oh, Lisa Lynn. It's kind of dark. I should have tested off. I should have tested, shouldn't I? I think it can be salvaged, or maybe not. It still looks kind of fun though. So these are, of course, the blending brushes. They are on back order, but you can still order them, and rest assured you will get them, and that will be just fine. But they're very popular, and there's a reason why, because they're awesome. They're so fun. Oh my gosh. They're just so fun. They change things up so quickly. Okay. Neat. I like it. That's going to be fun. Okay, let's see how many times I can say fun. Sorry. Oh, we do. We do? That's cute. Oh, I thought for a minute, Danica, I was like, how do you know my middle name? And then I realized I must have just said that. Yes. I have to have the chat with myself. Lisa Lynn, get your act together. I'm leaving this place and that's it. I'm not even taking my personal belongings. You can keep those pictures of Tango and Cash. I've got other ones. Right. Now, I don't know. Is this going to emboss? Do you think this is going to emboss, you guys? Should I try it? Should I try it on a scrap? Yeah, let's try it on a scrap. That sounds better than me trying it on my final projects like I tend to do. I mean, you would think I just started stamping or something. But in that case. Okay. And I will say that I have used, I hate to bring up this bad memory for me, but I did use this stamp set right when I got it. Like, I got it in the mail, and then I was so excited about it that I used it with you guys. I believe I tried to watercolor, which is the first indication that things weren't going to go well. And that card was ugly. I threw it in the trash. UGLY. You ain't got no alibi, you ugly. It was gross. So anyway, I think I had PTSD from that. And so even though I really wanted to use the stamp set, I was worried. But then I realized there's nothing to be worried about. You just get right back on that horse, Lisa. And I did. And I'm okay now. But we're not doing watercoloring tonight. I love watercoloring though. And I will let you know. I bought a set of 5, I think. Just a starter set of watercolor brushes. And so if anyone wants to try watercoloring with me, it's going to be with our stamps, of course, because everything has to be with our stamps. So if anybody else would like to try watercoloring with me, and we could do it on Zoom, maybe one afternoon or something, please private message me. I think it'll be fun. And it's not going to be like, I'm not going to teach you. If you want to teach me, that's fine. But I am not going to teach you. But I would like to do it because I find it beautiful and mesmerizing. And, you know, it's good to know different things and learn stuff. Okay, so we will commence the embossing of this. Oh, good, Roz. Oh. My finger was burning off. Sorry. Okay, that's pretty nice and clean. So yeah, we can do it. Natasha, I just read your story. That is so sweet. So sweet. Oh. Look at all you guys about the watercoloring. That's great. Well, let's try it. I obviously have Zoom and I can set it up. So I'll look at these comments at the end of the night, and then, you know, I'll just set up an event and private message you guys in advance and see if the certain time works. And then we'll just give it a try, right? And just bring your aqua brushes if you don't have regular watercolors, but I'm planning on using all of our supplies. The aqua brushes and, you know, all of our stamps and stuff. I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! Supplies because I love them. And I'm going to use the colors, just our regular water-based ink pads and stuff like that. So, all right. Coming soon to a Zoom near you. Okay, where'd my embossing buddy go? Oh, I know. I put it away already. I like this little label that we ended up making. Woo! It was getting a little crazy in here. All right. So how many of you have the succulent, have this Simply Succulents bundle or like it? A couple of you told me you didn't care for it. What? I know, Deborah. Thank you very much. Better move my tray before I heated it all up, right? And melted. Melted the powder. Okay. Kind people are my kind of people. Yes. That's right. Yeah. Looks good. I don't know if you can see it, but I stamped it in Versamark. And then you can see it clearly to tell whether or not you did a good impression before you go through the next step of putting the powder on, right? And shaking it off. I give it another round with these little ones, especially with that ink on there. I gotta flick it to get some of that powder off. And there's some right here. I could have also heated this up with my heat gun to dry it out really well, but it doesn't seem to need that. It was just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit right there. We'll worry about that in a minute. We might just put, I think that's where a rhinestone needs to go, don't you? Don't tell me you don't know that trick. You know it. That's just not gonna work out. Any fool could see that. I know you're all yelling at me. You're gonna burn your finger off. You're gonna melt your nail. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. Look at what we did, everybody. It's beautiful. Very pretty. Okay. You get over there. Don't, so you don't burn my hand. Okay. This has got to go on here. You can't get in a hurry when you have open embossing powder. No, it's not a good idea. And what, Donna? You left work and you panicked because you didn't have your keys. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not going to make fun of you for that. Lord knows I've done that. I've actually, I don't know why I'm offering this information. It doesn't make me look intelligent. I go to, I really like my car, and it is like 15 years old, so it has to go to the mechanic sometimes. And so anyway, luckily, they are right down the street from where I work, like the next block. And in Boise, the blocks aren't very big. So anyway, routinely, I take my car down there to get it serviced or whatever. And I would say for the first, 10 years that I had the car, just about every time that it was down at the mechanics, I thought it had been stolen because it wasn't in the parking lot, right? Oh, God. Why? Why do our brains do that to us? I've made that really wet. I thought it would dry off a little quicker, but it's not. Let's see if this helps or makes it worse. Oh, no, that works. Anyway, yes, somebody had stolen my car for 10 years. No one wants to steal my car. Oh, brother. Okay, let's get our pieces and parts. Now, I was so happy when I was putting these together. I used Seal Plus. Normally, I would have used tear and tape, which is totally fine. But you know what? I can just do this with one hand. And they all held really well. And so this has layer of ribbon and really heavy embossing. But I will tell you what, that Seal Plus just locked it in place. Those card fronts aren't going anywhere. Those cards are for Christmas time. So they sit in a bag. They sit in a Ziploc bag now for, a while. So anyway, they're not going anywhere. No, they're not. Okay. Looking good. Let's get some dimensionals. Oh, you have it and you love it, Julie? Great. Julie, you've been doing so many really fun, nice, and beautiful cards. You can do lots of different styles, and I always really like your cards. So thank you for posting. You post in different areas and stuff, and it's so fun. I love seeing a Julie card out there. So which site do you like to post on the most? There's that one that's like Stamp It Up Showcase maybe, or something like that. Anyway, I don't remember if I see your cards on a certain place or not, but you do some beautiful cards. And of course, when you join in Chopped, I think most of you probably have seen already, Denise Culp, card maker extraordinaire from Canada, won the February Chopped, which is just like fantastic, beautiful card. And okay, so for this one, right, we're going to put this up on the piece that's already has dimensionals on it. So we only need dimensionals over here. So yes, Denise, what a new car. Not really Denise, sorry. Denise, what you did win though is accolades of being the winner of Chopped. And also, you get to choose the 2 colors of cardstock that we will use in the kits for this month. And you get your kit for free. So I think I really liked your card, and I'm so glad that you joined in. And oh my gosh, Here's what I will say. I started talking about that because Julie won last month and she chose the colors. And I think that was an advanced color combo. And I know that because some people were like, what the? Not really. They didn't say that. But they were like, wow, this is going to be difficult. And I was like, yep, have fun with it. And what happened was you all just like hit it out of the park. Those are some beautiful cards. You always do a good job. But I mean, this time, I don't know. I just must really love that color combo. But you guys just did such a good job. So I just want to thank you so much. Look, there's our little spot, right? Nope. Nobody knows now. Anyway, beautiful cards and projects. There was at least one 3D project, I know, from Miss Jill. And I didn't vote, but I had a hard time. I would have had a hard time, and it was mentioned that it was very difficult. So anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for playing along. We are going to have another one this month, of course. In fact, Jen would like it to be for 2 months. And so it's going to be for March and April. But you can sign up now. I would like that. And then I can get your kits out. And you can have a little more time if you want. And I realize I'm going crazy with the embellishments. But I can, you know. Like we have them, right? So here's our card. And I like this right away. And so I think that's perfect, right? I have the supplies. It was already half done. I love it. So I hope you like it too. Yes, Pretty Peacock and Old Olive. Beautiful color combo. Oh, so fun. Thank you so much for the hearts. We're going to make something else. You know we are. Let's see. Which one do I want to make next? I think I want to do some rich raspberry. Oh, here we go. This one. Rich raspberry with soft seafoam. What do you think about that combo? I love it. Obviously, I cut it, right? I think it's going to be really fun. So let's see what we can do with that. And now we're going to do a little bit of coloring. Make sure I have all the pieces. Yes. And it will tell you, let me see here. Let me get these dopey graphics out again. They were so fantastic with the light shining on them. But here's the congratulations, Denise. Yay, Denise, you did so well. Here's Denise's card. So if you would like to join Chopped, which is a friendly competition where you can show off your work, Jen and I, depending on whether you're in the United States or Canada, we send you a surprise package of supplies, and you must use at least a little bit of each of those supplies on your card or other paper crafting project that you make. Everything has to be able to be shown on the front, so to speak, or in one picture, and then you send that to us. Then Jen makes this really cool voting page. You can all go out there, and even if you didn't participate, you can still go and vote. And the Chopped competition is only $7 in the United States. I'm not going to quote the Canadian price because I haven't looked at that in a while, so I might quote it wrong. But again, you can sign up for that in the United States at thestampingzoo.com. So, and just look for a tab marked Chopped. Hello, Susan, you're on a break. I've used the same embossing powder and the same, just the same technique as I did for the other one, wherever that went. See, now this is a problem because I put these in different, I stashed these away and I can't remember where they are at the end. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on these things. Well, good, Susan. You got a little break. You got a fast break, but that's okay. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for spending some of your break with me. That is very nice of you. It's $10 Canadian. Thank you, Denise. You are here. Congratulations, Denise. Okay, so it's $10 Canadian and $7 US. Perfect. All right, so for this one, I'm going to bring in some colored pencils. What? Get out of town. Yes, I'm going to bring in some colored pencils because I haven't worked with them in a long time, and it's very soothing to me. The other thing I have here is I have a blender brush. No, a blender pen. Sorry. We were using the blender brushes earlier. These are blender pens. They come in a set of 3. I want to show you where they are in the catalog because they're not that showy, right? They're just kind of nondescript. But oh my gosh, they are so fun. I think they're my second favorite coloring tool after the blending brushes. So blender pens were my favorite for a long time. So this is a good page to remember, page 146 and 147 in your annual catalog, right? Has all sorts of little cool tools. The heat tool for embossing's over here, Versamark stuff, embossing powders, stencils, all sorts of things. And then here are aqua brushes too, if you want to try those for a little watercolor. And I'm looking for the blender brushes. Where are they? I'm going to be really embarrassed if they're not on this page. This is also, though, where Wink of Stella is. Okay, so it's like, okay, there we go. Number 14. Oh, well, they're hiding down here. See, you would never find them without me. Aren't you glad I'm here? Oh, my gosh. So, the blender pens are $12 for 3. And they're really cool, and they have some sort of a solution in them. Okay, so like, just if I can show you a little bit about what they do, we're going to use them tonight. You can color with your watercolor pencils, and then of course you can color that, or no, I'm sorry, you can blend that. I'm doing 2 things at once. With our aqua brushes or any other sort of water. Can I find them now? No, I'm sorry. Oh, for crying out loud. Or you can use the blender pens. And so you just, there's 2 bullet points, and they will stain. Let me use this one. They will stain a little bit, see? But you can, that doesn't affect the coloring. And you can blend it out as much or as little as you want. And you can do this on paper without having it pill because of the solution. It's not just water in here, okay? So anyway, you can't go over it as many times as you do with an alcohol-based marker. The Stampin' Blends, you can't just color over it several times. It will eventually start to break down the paper. But then the way you clean these is you just simply rub it on some scrap paper until it runs clear. And then you're ready to pick up the and go with the next color. Okay? So blender pens, please think about getting some, and some beautiful colored pencils. And I have mine in this cute little can from IKEA, right? And this one I can tell needs a little sharpening. We do not have a sharpener currently in the catalog, but this was in there at one point in time. And it's still my favorite. I've had electric ones and everything else, but I don't know. I just like this one. And I like to start with a pretty sharp pencil, unless I'm doing, I don't know, some sort of large, trying to cover some large area. But we're not doing that with this, are we? We're coloring little petals. Roz, I thought the exact same thing today about the watercolor crayons. And you know what? I had some, of course. I absolutely love them. But when I got them out, and this is like you said, you have them from over 10 years ago. They were all dried out. They kind of just crumbled. So, oh, I loved those. So fun. Maybe, I'm sure we'll Get those again sometime. They're so, so fun though. Okay, so let's do a little coloring. And I gotta be strategic about this. I am not gonna color this entire picture. I don't think. I think I'm just gonna color a few of them. And I'm not gonna use every color all together because that's what I didn't like about my watercolor. I was trying too much. And so there's Old Olive. This, what is this? Granny Apple Green? No, I think it's Pear Pizzazz or something like that. And then Granny Apple Green. Oh, I believe this one, see, some of them don't have names because they were in a kit. At one point you could get one of our card kits and they had watercolor pencils in it. I think this is Lemon Lime Twist. Sweet. It's retired, but I'm going to use it because I love it. And if you have the watercolor pencils, we have 2 different assortments of watercolor pencils. You'll probably get some colors that I don't have because I got these in the last catalog. But so Granny Apple Green, Old Olive, and Lemon Lime Twist. You have the chalks. Yes, those are fun. The chalks are fun. You use them with blender pens? I'm going to have to think about that. That sounds interesting. Okay, so I stamped and embossed this on soft seafoam for a reason, right? Because it's going to do a lot of the work for us. So all I'm doing here is I'm just going to lay down some of the color at the base of some of these leaves. No, I don't know. What do you call them? Do you call them leaves? Oh, these succulent things. Petals, whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm doing. You can see it. And then I'm just running my blender brush over them, right? And then that's the look you get. It's, I like to leave some of it uncolored. Isn't it fun? So anyway, you get a gradation of the color. And so let me do a couple other spots with this now retired, but still very beautiful. Let's color this one. I'm a lefty. I'm trying not to cover up the whole image with my hand. There we go. So again, I'm coloring several of the petals. And of course, when you're working with watercolor pencils, there are a couple of different ways. I started to allude to that. A couple of different ways to use them. You can color just like this, full strength, and leave it that way. You can color like this and use the blender brushes. No, the blender pens, sorry, that we are currently using. You can also bring in our watercolor brushes. Ugh, what is wrong with my head? But I would not recommend using the watercolor brushes on this regular cardstock. I would recommend then that you were working on our Fluid 100 watercolor paper for obvious reasons, right? This cardstock isn't made for water applications, so you're not going to get a very good result. But we have watercolor paper, it's okay. And you can use the pens on that. When you do that though, you need to stamp with StazOn ink. We'll have a class about that sometime. We'll have a tutorial about that sometime, okay? It's always good to have a visual, isn't it? But just know that you can use the watercolor pencils. That's why they're called watercolor pencils, right? Because they act like watercolor somewhat, but obviously more controlled, which is probably the part I like about them, if I'm going to be really honest. Not to make you go too far into my psyche, but okay, now Granny Apple Green, I love. And so let's see how that plays off on this big succulent. And I don't know, I don't think I'm going to do every petal, but it's really kind of quick, isn't it? How many of you have the watercolor pencils? or are interested in playing more with the watercolor pencils, I go through stages just like everyone else, and since we've gotten the alcohol markers, I've played with my watercolor pencils a lot less, but oh man, I still love them. It's still super fun. So again, I'm just laying down some color down here at the base of these things, because that's where it would be the darkest anyway, where all of the leaves are sitting on top of each other. And I mean, you know, you probably have all seen succulents. So it's, as you get deeper into a plant, it's darker in there. It's more shade. So this is an easy way to create shading, right? Because if you start by only adding color at the base, then when you color it, if you color it out like this, that's what you're doing, is you're making it darker at the bottom. If I wanted to color the petal fully, I would just color in a circle, move that ink around. But here, I'm just trying to leave most of it at the base. So I'm just kind of doing that flicking motion. Sure, there's a name for this in watercolor world, but I don't know it. So we're going to call it flicking. And as we've talked about before, it's very nice to have some non-colored space. It's normally called white space, but this is not white space. White space doesn't literally have to be white space. It just has to be where nothing's happening. It's kind of a easy thing. So what I'm doing is on these petals, I'm leaving lots of white space, and I think it's making a beautiful combination with the places where the color is darkest. So I have colored very little on this large succulent in particular. And then so you see how it looks like all of a sudden it's like all sorts of colors. See, you come back in here, you think one of them is, you know, like I don't like to have those lines, or maybe I've missed some. So just bring it in there. And these, it's just so fun to play with. I hope that's coming off. Yeah, it's coming off on camera. It looks great. So it's very fun. Raj, you love the watercolor pencils. Natasha, see? And don't use them much. I know. So anyway, it's kind of fun. Now let's do Old Olive. This is going to be, this looks almost, the gray really comes out to me in this color when you put it on soft seafoam. All right, Susan, you better get back to work and make sure the Walmart stays running tip top. It was so nice to see you though. Thanks for spending your break with us. Let's put a little, all of our colors kind of down here. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh man, this looks difficult. I'm trying not to rub that pencil really hard over that embossing, but you can hit it a little bit. I mean, you don't have to be super careful, especially in these little areas. I don't even know if it's gonna show up. I wish I knew the name of this succulent. You know, they usually have pretty interesting names, and then you go, oh, that makes total sense. But anyway, I like this particular succulent. It has such a cool, different shape to it, doesn't it? More like if I were going to name this, I'd probably call it String of Pearls or something like that. That's what it looks like. Okay, and then I rub this off again to make sure that my blender solution's running clear. And then for this, I'm not going to worry so much about shading. It's so small. I just want to have a colored element down here. And yeah. And then why don't I put a little bit more of the Old Olive? I like that. I like that color on there. It's, I don't know, it almost comes off as a little bit of brown, but I'm going to put a little bit up here so that we kind of balance. We needed one more element that's kind of colored up here. I think so. Hello, Chris. Thank you for joining us. So glad to see your name pop up. Hey, everyone. I'm running a bit of a campaign right now. It's a grassroots effort. I'm having a grassroots effort, a non-political grassroots effort, to get my YouTube subscribers to 1,000. Because then, as most of you know, then I can start going live in both places. And so we'll just have more, we'll probably get more stamping friends that way. And so I would love it if you've not already, and I think most of you have, but if you've not already, if you would take a moment tonight to jump over to YouTube and subscribe to the Stamping Zoo. It's free. And quite honestly, if you don't ever want to see my face over there, you just don't have to say, you just have to say you don't want the notifications. But I mean, obviously I would love it if you followed me over there. Right now I am doing mostly Facebook replays over there, but I will be doing more. And obviously once I can, I'll go live over there, and then we will really have some fun. So I would so appreciate it. And oh my gosh, so many of you have been jumping on and doing that in the last few days. And it's just really nice. I appreciate it so much. So it's just all about having more venues for our fun, isn't it? Okay, that's all I'm going to do on this one, I think. Yeah. Sometimes less is more. I need to learn that lesson for a lot of different things, like cake, for cake, for stamping, for embellishments. Thank you so much, Cindy. Oh, you can see, I knew that you guys probably already had, but don't worry, because I'm gonna, you know, I'm building this like step by step. I'm building the Stamping Zoo. The Stamping Zoo is not going anywhere anytime soon, unless I'm going somewhere and I don't know about it. So I'm just, you know, I'm building more avenues for fun. Also, please don't forget that if you sign up to receive my email, Cindy can tell you all about it. Cindy wins my award for trying the hardest, and Cindy is now an email subscriber. So when you are an email subscriber of mine, I also started something new. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I'm going to be doing just exclusive videos for projects over there, and it's going to be a little different than what we do here. It might be like quick and easy cards. Okay, sometimes our cards are quick and easy here, but I think I'm going to focus more on quick and easy cards and 3D projects through my email. And those will be videos that I don't post over here. Those will be just videos for my email subscribers, okay? So please do that. Again, it's free. And it's an easy way for you to help my small business and get some freebies, you know, free little tutorials and other things. I have given away things only to my email list before. So it's a great way for you to follow me. And then, you know, I keep you in the loop of all of my classes. So that's where you learn about them first. So I appreciate you following me on different mediums, right? Okay, now this is going to look fantastic already. I'm going to do some other stuff in the back. And what we're going to do is we're going to create all sorts of texture with this little die cut. See this die cut right here? Oh, darn it. It's 8:08 already. How does that happen? I don't know. Well, I just need to worry about quality and not quantity. But rest assured, we may have to have another video about the succulents this weekend, because I have too many ideas. So I'm going to take a bunch of these. Oh, look at that. You could use that on any card. It's gorgeous. It reminds me of the lotus that we had, I don't know, a little while ago, or the magnolia or something, which we probably still have. Anyway, it reminds me of something else. You could use this in an Asian design, I think, very easily, but we are going to create a background with these. Okay, so don't run away. I have already cut them in advance, and I'm not going to pop out all of these things, but when I was die cutting them, I put them on our adhesive sheets. Brilliant, because now they're just stickers, right? So we don't have to sit and glue them because they already have adhesive backing on them. And I cut them out. Look at that. I am such a good friend. I mean, seriously. Okay, look at all these labels I have too. Oh, and that's from something else. But I'm going to use it in here. Okay, so this is Blackberry Bliss. I love these. I love the purples and the greens. It's not surprising. Those are my favorite colors. Purple and then green. Now my bestie, her favorite colors are green and then purple. Ugh, I don't even know how we are friends. We're so different. But, so I'm always looking for our purple and green combinations. They just spark my joy. The lily pad said, yes. Thank you, Jean. That's right. I think that was a celebration item. Oh my gosh. And also, if you were a customer of mine during January and February, and your purchases totaled $150 or more, be watching for special communications from me, because you earned a spot to my celebration party. And we're going to play bingo, and I have so many cool prizes. And you also will get your own free Approaching Perfection stamp set. We'll be creating with that. It's going to be really cool. And if some of you didn't get in on that this time, that's okay, because we're going to have another celebration this year. And when we do, I probably will do the same thing, because it was so much fun. Haven't even had the party yet, but it's already been so much fun to plan it. So I'm sure I'll probably do that again next time. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it, and I know they are too. I don't know. You could use that for confetti, maybe, if you felt like it, but it's kind of an odd shape. Okay, now I don't know if I have enough to cover the whole thing, but we're going to start kind of from, we're not going to cover where this is, because, like, why, right? And then we're just going to work out. So I think we have plenty. But even if we didn't cover the whole card, I think it would still be a really pretty look to just have them coming out from where, this is the hardest part. It's like I can't speak when I'm trying to peel this. Peel the stickers off. This is going to be really quiet. Which you might actually like, right? Okay, so anyway, these are just going to come out from where we want this. And I'm sure I'm going to want a sentiment. Okay, I need the bone folder right now. So this will lay down. Lay down. There. The bone folder comes in handy. You can fold your paper, and if it still won't lay down, you just put it down there like a paperweight. Natasha, we are a lot alike, don't you think? You're kind of like the Canadian Lisa Harden, and I'm like the American Natasha. Yes. Okay. And you can definitely put these like in a straight line. I'm not going to do that though. I just don't think I would like it. So I am going to have some of them going off the paper. Okay. And yeah, exactly, Natasha. Boy, my kids are quiet. Maybe they're outside. I don't know. Burrowing, trying to dig to the neighbor's house. I don't think so, though. And I don't want them lined up, so I'm going to bring that one down there. Now, you can do this with any of your die cuts, really. Like, just out of this set alone, you could do it with the Grinch hand, right? You could do it with the solid one and just make it just a more random shape. You can do it with this. That would be kind of difficult because of I think you'd have a lot of negative space. But try it. You know, it's just paper and a little bit of your time. And even if you don't like the end result, you learn something along the way. Ooh, okay. And so anyway, give those a try. I'm liking this. But yeah, I definitely recommend using the adhesive sheets because, ugh. Hey now, Natasha. Thank goodness they can't read, as far as I know. It will be. And little one hasn't come in here to tell me all about it yet. But he will be in here, I'm sure. Especially since he didn't eat much dinner. He's kind of iffy on the din-din. Like, as much as Tango loves it and counts on the dinner, Cash is very, like, non-committal towards it. He likes his lunch. Let's see. I better bring that in a little bit. Yeah. Don't. Okay. So you could also use the labels themselves, the die cut labels. You could use those too, just as a repeating pattern on the back of your card. I know. Yes. Okay, so what's everyone doing this weekend? Leslie's already in her weekend, but what's everybody else doing? Is Megan here? I don't know if Megan's here. I don't know that I saw a bunch of Australians pop on. What are they thinking? They just ran off. They're doing some Australian thing. Doing some secret Australian thing I don't know about. That's okay. Maybe it's a special holiday. It does look like it, right? We were talking, Cindy, maybe before you came on. And a lot of people had used that hand. So you just fit them together like a puzzle. A lot of people had used that as a hand early on. I think it's perfect. So I guess it was a Christmas card. When I said a Halloween card, I was thinking that we didn't have this then, but I do the best I can, right? Being outdoors, yay. I know. It's supposed to be nice here too. I think I'm going to do a little yard work. The only thing I'm trying to do with this, with these, is kind of keep them similarly spaced. Does that make sense? So I'm not trying to crowd them any closer than they might be to the next one, right? What? They're chasing Thor, Maria, sometimes. I don't know. You do the most interesting things. Let's see here. Okay, we're almost there. Look at this. It's so fun. Again, just a different way to use your dies. Oh my gosh. Man, I think I cut, like I maybe could have used an extra one, but that was it. It's supposed to be 16. That's not very warm to me, but I get your point. You have a fire. You're going to have a fire and do cleaning. Yeah, I hear you. As most of you know, my yard's pretty new. Most of the things in my yard were really redone and pruned and all of that in August. But I still have a lot of work I need to get done out there. I know, isn't it fun? I don't know if you guys, I mean, it's tonal, right? So when you see it, when you can see it, I think you're going to, I hope it inspires you to make something similar. And I'm sure that you guys can find some die cuts that just will work perfect. Okay, what I need, this one. Oh, thank you, Maria. I knew there was a point to what you were telling me. You're chasing Thor. Oh, God. I was like, I had no idea. It was like you were talking about Star Wars to me, Maria. Not really. Chris Hemsworth is currently filming. Okay. So funny. He's a little hottie. That's for sure. I'll give you that. Okay. So here's how it looks now. But look at that. Don't you love this design right on the blackberry paper? So then you just have to, flip it over. That's how you get the nice clean cut on the sides. And straight. Okay. Trust me on that. So you want to get all these little pieces because that just makes it look really detailed. Oh gosh, I can learn so much from you, Maria, really. I mean that. I know nothing about this stuff. And get the top. Okay, now, I know you're going to think I'm like a total geek. Here's what I like when I do a pattern like this. I really like flipping it over and looking at it. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Okay, let's get the star of our show in here. And you can put this either way, but we're going to put it this way. Oh, gosh. Now, take a look at that. You see, like, how just putting those little die cut elements totally changed this card? Because I showed you, right, how it looked before, which we were going to do something to it. I would never just leave it like that. So there's how it would look, though. And then this is what we've done by adding something that's just the exact same color. Ooh, I'm in love with that. Love. All right. Just let me sing it for you, please, in case you can't tell how excited I am. Oh, gosh. Natasha is giving me the love eyes. I know, Natasha. It's so fun. You're going to have to go make your own. And that, for any of you who have this set, or anything really, I always want you to post a picture on my page if I've done something that kind of sparks your imagination to make something like it. I love that. And if you're too shy to post it on my page, don't be silly. You shouldn't be. But send it to me because I love seeing that kind of stuff. I'm not kidding. It's not, I hope that doesn't sound narcissistic. It's not, because I want to see your take on it, not my take on it. Oh, too funny. Okay. And then that is going to go here. Oh, so pretty. And then we're going to get one of our labels. Let me get rid of this. All these pieces and parts. Okay. Side note, I love these little bowls I bought. They were super cheap. I believe there's some sort of paper or bamboo, so they're like, you use them a little while and then they go away, but I'm never going to get these wet, so they'll be probably forever. And anyway, they really make me smile. I got them at Home Goods, TJ Maxx. I just wanted to tell you that, to tell you, like, get something cute and inexpensive for your organizational things in your craft room. You will love it. Oh, look, there's one more if we need it. I kind of want one right in there. But let's see. Like, anyway, like I said, oh yes, okay. See, so these they will pull up early on. Then they'll kind of settle in. And anyway, yes, I love these. Oh my gosh, Roz, see you later. I bet you are tired with little sick little ones. Oh, that's no fun. And now, okay, after she's gone, I'll say, then there might be a sick Grammy Roz pretty soon, huh? That's no fun either. Oh, man. I hope she can fend off the illness. Okay, let's see. This is really like the last one, so the spacing is kind of funky on there, right? We can do it. We are stampers. Okay. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, now I might like a white one on this. Oh, it's teeny. It's cute, but let's see. What is that one for? Maybe for the thanks. Oh yeah, I bet it is. That would be really fun. I'm just going to stamp that in with Blackberry Bliss. I think it'll be beautiful. Okay. Stampin' Up, you're so smart. Thank you for color coordinating everything. I mean, you make me look like a rock star, like an artisan. And I'm not. But I feel like one. Okay, I like it already. I don't think I'd used that stamp set or that stamp yet, so I wanted to check it out. It's a tight fit, but it fits. Oh, it's gorge. Gorge. Okay, the other thing that you can use to get some sparkle, you know, I've used the embossing, the shimmery embossing powder, but you can use Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella is never far away, is it? Okay, let me grab some sort of embellishment. Oh, if you have an idea, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to rifle through these. How about red rhinestones? No, I'm just kidding. I actually think opal rounds might be a little too white for these. Champagne? No. Sequins? No. It's all right. I'm gonna settle on something here in a minute. I know I will. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe pearls? What do you guys think about that? Let's see. We can either do. We don't have to do anything, but we can do pearls. We could do basic rhinestones. You were gonna say pearls. We are just like in sync, aren't we? Can't help it. That's how cool we are. So funny. I think Gilded Gems is too heavy. Yeah, it's too heavy. Oh, I have these that are clear. These little ones, the clear ones. Okay, now I think I want to take it down to those or the pearls. So let's try those out. Yes. So many beautiful things, huh? We have so many beautiful embellishments. Darn it. It's hard to choose. They're so cute. Okay, but we can just do a test drive on these because it's super easy to do that. Let's put this on the same way we did the other one, right? We just need one little dimensional on the right-hand side, a little bit of glue on the left-hand side. Color some pearls. Do you want me to color them Blackberry Bliss with the Blackberry Bliss blend? I believe we have that. Or do you want them to be green? You tell me while I find my dimensional. You guys decide on that. Green or Blackberry Bliss? Okay, so this is what the back of this looks like, right? A little glue, little dimensional. And actually, it can go up here. I think that's kind of fun. Still the same setup. Whoops, sorry, I need to pull this next to me. I feel like I got that a tiny bit crooked. Okay. Ooh, really liking this. Okay, color them with blackberry. You were thinking green. Blackberry, I'll do both, and then we'll decide, okay? We can do that. Yep, we can do that in the Stamping Zoo. We can try all sorts of stuff. Oh, Kathy is your opposite. Kathy's your U.S. opposite. Natasha. Too funny. Okay, let me find our colors. I am gonna, there's the Blackberry Bliss. And I don't think soft seafoam isn't gonna be very dark. Obviously, Lisa. Do we have a soft seafoam blend? If we do, I'm not seeing it. Let me see here. Let me decide while I'm looking for that or while you're telling me. So I'm going to use the brush, the paintbrush end of the dark Blackberry Bliss. And what I want to do is I don't want to do this because that will break the bullet or the point on this paintbrush. So I'm using the side of it to color this. Okay? That's important because you don't want to ruin your stuff if you can help it. You can always get new ones, but if you don't have to. Yeah, we have soft seafoam, but it is light. I know I have it. That comes off as a totally different color though. So, can you guys see that difference? I don't know that I'm wild about that. That happens sometimes. And this is what just the regular pearl looks like, which is not bad. That's not bad. We can also strategically place them to fill up that little space. Oh, Granny Apple. Let me try Granny Apple. Yeah, because I did color with some Granny Apple, didn't I? I have Old Olive too, but it's really kind of, I want it to be brighter than that. And the other thing is, as I'm placing those there, until I really push them down, they're not stuck solidly to the card. So it makes it really fun to just give it a try. You can see exactly what it'll look like on the card. Oh, we may have another contender. This one definitely lets the shimmer show through. Okay, do we like plain or do we like Granny Apple Green? I have a certain thing that I like, but I'm going to let you guys choose. These two are plain or just not colored. This one is a Granny Apple Green. What do you like? Tell me, children. I'm dying to know. Here, let me put it really close to your face. Oh, God. We're going to have to... Yep, okay, we have 1 and 1. I'm going to need some other votes. Oh, gosh, this is fun. They both must be good choices. We're tied. I need someone else. You must break the tie. Oh. Let me put those back. We're tied again. All right, the next one gets it. Type fast. Okay, it's green. All right. That's always so fun. Okay, so they're both awesome choices. There was no wrong choice, obviously, because you kept tying it up. Okay, and Lois, you put it 2 over, so we're gonna go with the green. I love it. Thank you so much for participating. It's so much better than, like, you guys don't do this, but saying like, okay, everybody, what do you think? And then just hitting crickets, dead air. So there are 3 different sizes of the basic pearls on our embellishment sheet here. If I didn't mention this before, and if you don't know this already, I sell all of these products. So if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like one, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you live in the United States, I can help you with all things paper crafting. And I can tell you when things are running low or when things are super fun. I tell you all about them, right? So, I don't know. Do we need more? I think it's good. I just kind of like this. This is so fun. I will put an insert in this, and I'll probably then I'll do some of the stamping with these. But that is a super fun card, and so is this other one. Lots of texture. And, oh yeah, we have little ones running around behind me. I can hear it. The natives are restless. Okay, so here are 2 cards tonight. We did just use that main image, but like I said, I'll pop on this weekend because I have more ideas. Okay, you cannot stop this freight train of succulent ideas. So I like these. And like I said, if you don't have any of the shimmery black embossing powder, that's okay, because just use what you have. Use black, or, use white. That'll give you a totally different idea, or a totally different look. And also remember that get your die cuts out and use them as your background. Use them instead of, they look very similar, right, to using an embossing folder. So it's just a different, fun look. And don't forget the embossing, or the adhesive sheets. Do not forget the adhesive sheets, or this won't be nearly as much fun. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for the just beautiful conversation tonight. So fun talking with you. I will post still pictures of this. And if you haven't already, please follow me on Pinterest, because that's where you can pin and save all of these. And I always tie my pictures back to a blog post that has basic instructions. Oftentimes I will link back to this particular video, and I give you a shopping list. So I'll give you a shopping list for all of the supplies I use. So it makes it super easy. So again, if you haven't thought about getting Simply Succulents, think about it. Give it a try. And I'm going to try and convince you a little bit more this weekend, right? Because we haven't even used this die. We haven't even really stamped. So many more ideas. Okay, everyone, I want you to have a great night. I will get back to you about the watercoloring. We're going to do that. And we'll all learn something new from each other and have a great time. Okay, have a great night, everybody. I'll talk to you later.